under this blue. Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up the Middles FC. Let's go. Have it right, Middles FC. You got the minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the minerals, TT.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.
So have it right, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Hope everyone is doing good tonight. Big up to every single one of you in here. First and foremost, guys, like the video. Very important to like it. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button as well while you're at it. And also, I've got the Minerals FC membership, which is pinned at the top of the live chat. Hope everyone is doing well, as always. Haven't streamed for a little bit. Obviously, we're in a period of nothing at the moment. No Chelsea playing. It's really demoralising, boring, and I just need to see Chelsea back. I need to see us playing with everything that's happened at our football club over the last sort of month. We haven't been able to let the football do the talking and actually see Potter in action, see him integrate his football. We haven't seen any of it. We've just seen one Champions League game, and that's it. Obviously, unfortunate circumstances. Rest in peace, the Queen. Obviously, on Monday, there was no stream on Monday for obvious reasons, guys. It didn't seem appropriate. And to be honest with you, there's not really been that much happening around Chelsea, but today I felt like doing a stream today. I was meant to do one yesterday, didn't quite work out, so apologies for that, guys. Apologies for not coming out with as regular content as I normally do, but it's simply because I don't want to oversaturate. There's not a lot to talk about. There is now, and I've let the news build up, and we're going to get straight into it. Obviously, it goes without saying. There's a lot of stories that have broken out, and we have to take everything with a pinch of salt when it involves the brown envelopes, as we all know. So firstly and foremost, big up to everyone in here. Like and subscribe. Let me run through you guys in the comments before we get stuck in. Big up Stretters, my geezer. Big up Johnny. Wednesday night Mudfest. Let's have it right. Dar's in here. Up the Potteralls. Yep, absolutely. Here for the mudding of Pulisic shit. And Fabrizio, Fabrizio, we know about that, and we're going to delve into that, guys. Don't you worry about it. Dana's in here, gutted. I can't make the stream straight away. I have a scan, but if you have some people on a bit later, I'll jump on, brother. Well, I hope your scan goes well, geez. I hope you're all good, and jump in once all goes to plan with whatever you're doing, geez. I hope you're well. And as always, up the Chelsea, up the minerals. We know that. This is the live membership, guys. Feel free to join the membership. We've got a lot of members in here already. All my guys, big up Indefinite. Fabrizio Bramano is destroying his credibility. I just love that we are the football club to do it. Up the fucking Chelsea. Oh, and fuck that rat Pulisic. Absolutely, geezer. Big up to you. RD's in here, and I guarantee it's going to be Pulisic. Let's have a look. Minerals FC, allow it, Johnny, allow it. Pulisic expressed his disappointment. Pulisic was Chelsea player before Tuchel was Chelsea manager. I'm going to delve into that guy. I will delve into it. Don't you worry about it. Big up to all you guys here. Big up to William in here, my member as well. Pulisic is a cancer in the dressing room. He may take down Potter as Bowley may want him played. That is my fear. Merit should get you in the team, not poison diaries. Tuchel is gone. I cannot disagree with anything you said there, my geezer. Nothing at all. All facts. Big up Cameron in here. Big up Johnny. Big up to you. Let's land the minerals on Pulisic. We will. Top bins, my geezer. Big up Johnny, the minerals general. Fab in the mud again. About director of football. When will he learn? Then I hear people linking the silky German with Bayern. Sort out this waffle. Up the Minerals FC, up the Chelsea. Big up to you. We must keep our best players, 100%. British Patriots in here as well, guys. Big up, Johnny. I won't lie. I was all for giving Pulisic time, but after that statement on TT, I want him gone. Runs his gums too much. Up the Minerals FC. Listen, this is Pulisic's 4th season. Let me work it out. He came in, we bought him in January. Lampard, 2 seasons. Tuchel, 2 seasons. 3 seasons he's been here. He's in his 4th season. What's he done? Half Splendid. Fabrizio's a brown envelope. Let's have it right. We know he's the kingpin brown envelope. Fabrizio, we know that. Oh, and I forgot my question. It's 2 parts. What colour crown did he write his book in? And are there pictures to colour in? Probably red, white, and blue, my geezer. Red, white, and blue. Big up to William Mitchell. Thank you very much for your Soup Minerals donation. Badly needing some minerals, Johnny, up the Chelsea. Big up to you. And again, apologies to all you guys that I haven't done anything recently. So I think it's been about 4 days, roughly. It's a long time. I've missed it. He's made out of biscuits, 100% he is. 100%. The grey man's in here. Pulisic, that mug, complaining about Tommy T benching him from Madrid when we won that game and we won the Champions League. Shows you what a selfish shitcut he is. Plus the fact for 2 years he's been shite. Not wrong, geezer. Not wrong. Big up Georgie in here. Let's have it fucking right. Mo's in here. Pulisic has been crap. That's why he was benched. Big up Jack in here, my bro. Minerals, as always. Luca, my member, up the Chelsea. Poop is sick. Yeah. Big up Mixter in here. Running loads of you in here, geezer. Big up Stephen, my geezer, my G. Hope you're doing well, my man. Lovely to see you in here, geezer. Lovely to see you in here. Dirty Sanchez says TT will pocket another seal at Bayern if he goes there, guys. If he goes there. Evening to John as well. Chelsea Blue and Blues says Tuchel to Bayern. I don't know, guys. I mean, it's the most obvious link. It's the most obvious link. I mean, they need an elite manager. He is the best and most elite manager on the market right now. So for me, it makes absolute goes to Bayern. He's German. You know, it just tells you everything. Tells you everything. Big up Chelsea OG, my member. Big up JM Johnny Minerals. Lovely to see you in here. Curses in here. Big up Johnny. Glad to see you back streaming. As always, guys. As always. The Queen had a poster of Drogba in her bedroom. Let's have it right. Let's have it right, people. Immortal Technique. Lovely to see you in here. Gav's in here as well. Remember Fergie getting rid of players for things like biographies. Potter needs to put him in his place. 100%. Listen, let's have it right. If all of this happened with Fergie, they'd all be out the door. Something like Lukaku, for example. He would never have played one single game for Manchester United. He'd be out the door immediately, rotting on reserves. Because that was the Fergie way. He had the dressing room on lock. He had the owners and the board on lock. Everyone was with his full backing. We haven't seen that at Chelsea. And we were meant to see that with Thomas Tuchel, and we haven't. We haven't seen it. We haven't been given the chance. So, as far as I'm concerned, the new ownership are the same old. They're not backing the manager. Let's see what they do with Potter. Let's test their minerals and their bollocks to see if we don't make top 4. Are they going to keep him in the job and sacrifice that money that we would have made from Champions League and all the coups that we could make in signings? When you're not in the Champions League, it's harder. It's harder to entice top talent. So if you're looking at the so-called Bellingham that we've been linked with, do you think he's going to go to Chelsea if we're not in the Champions League? No chance. So, where are the standards at the moment? Where are they? In my opinion, Bowley, Clearlake, the board, they are all over the gaff, guys. And I'm going to say it how it is. They're all over the place. Everything's backwards. They're too open. And they're letting off too much with these brown envelopes. And it's not good enough. With Roman, you didn't get a sniff. The only sniff you got was when we actually signed the player, for example. Big up Indigo. Pulisic has exposed himself. MLS player at best. Let's have it right. Big up Bombi in here, my member. How are we going to get through these 10 days of international football ball fest? Bobby says. It is, but I always look forward to seeing Reece James and Minerals Mount play for England. I am looking forward to the World Cup. And I think that the England players owe it, out of respect, to win the World Cup for the Queen, who's passed away. Let's have it right. That would be cool, guys. That would be incredible if England could win the World Cup and I could have a picture of Minerals Mount kissing the World Cup. Let's have it right. I'm all for it. Nothing's impossible. Listen, Rudiger came out today and said Tuchel made the impossible possible. How about that? He made the impossible possible. Because he's an elite manager. Because he got it spot on. Pulisic. Yeah? Big up, Owet. Minerals FC, you know the deal. Accelerates up the fucking Minerals. You know it, guys. You know it. Everyone's in here. Our designer's in here as well. Lovely to see you all in here, guys. I wasn't expecting... Listen, it's not very... not a lot going on at the minute, but I'm going to delve into everything that I can delve into, and I'm going to give you my opinion and the facts and the minerals on everything that's happened over the last sort of 4 or 5 days. Ice cold beverage in here. Big up, Johnny. Tuned in from work for the minerals up the Chelsea. Lovely. Thank you for being in here, guys. Chelsea Ranger, my geezer. I hope you're doing very well, my guy. Keep your chin up, fella. Big up, Johnny. Up the minerals. Rory, the EastEnders. Let's have it right. He's a wrong un, isn't he? Rory's a wrong un. He's a traitor. He's a rat. He's a rat. And that's what he is. And he knows it. Do as Andy says. Big up Andy in here. Hit the like button, geezers. Hit the like button. There's over 150 people of you in here. Hit that like button. I should have a minimum of 150 likes. And guys, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, guys. Very important. I'm on the road to 4K. Me not streaming for about 4 days. You know what I mean? I need to get to that 4K, guys, before the end of the international break. Yeah. Stretter says, it's been a while. Show the newbies how Fergie dealt with the brown envelopes. Yes, and I will, Stretters. I will play that. 100% I'll play that. Let's run through. My geezer, Chelsea old boys, big up to you. Hope you're doing well, geezer. I haven't heard from you. I haven't seen you for a little bit. Hope you're well, mate. Big up Minerals FC. I took advantage and away since the Queen died. RIP. Coming back next week. Missed too many shows up the Chelsea. Lovely to see you in here, geezer. I hope you're well. Have a good break, geezer. And thank you for dropping in. Big up to you as always. Chelsea OG says, I'm going Qatar. Hopefully watch one in game and one Morocco game. Big up to you, geezer. All the way. Get in there. Get in there. Woken, lovely to see you in here, Geezer, my member. Big up, Johnny. Pulisic needs a serious reality check, acting like he's Messi and was getting persecuted under TT. Persecuted? He just wasn't performing. He wasn't good enough. Didn't justify him starting over Werner, Kai and Mace. He just wasn't good enough. He wasn't consistent enough. So it's not like he's persecuted. They're going on like he is, the American fan base, but they need to shut their gobs, mate. Yeah? They treat him like he's Lionel Messi. Let's have it right. He's nowhere near it. Big up Chelsea. I will smash those likes and subscribe from sunny Cyprus up the Minerals FC. Lovely to hear you in Cyprus, Geezer. Let us know where you are, what the weather's saying, and I hope you're chilling, having a nice bevy for the Minerals FC gang. Big up to you, Chelsea old boys. Oh, and also, come on, let's have it right. You haven't been here for a while. We do show this all the time. Do you know what I mean? But we have to let everyone know. Yeah, we have to let all those idiotic Arsenal and Spurs fans and our own fans, for that matter, that think that these guys are going to be finishing above Chelsea and that they're better than Chelsea and they're bigger than Chelsea. They're nowhere near it, people. Yeah, we see things that they'll never see. Yeah, 2-star champions of Europe. We're currently still champions of the world until Real Madrid probably win it. But we are still currently champions of the world. They can't say that. They can only dream of it. So let's have it right. Up the Chelsea, up Mills FC, up the Chelsea old boys. Personally, if we don't get Champions League, no. But they want 150 million euros. It's a lot of money for what, an 18-year-old? Or is he 19 now? He'll be 19 probably. It's a lot of money. I don't know. The way our board are moving, who has a clue, guys? Who has a clue? So let's get into it. British Merchant says Chelsea biggest club in London. We know it. These are the facts. These are the minerals. This is what we're about. Let's have it right. Okay. So guys, a lot of news has broken out. We've got, where do I start really? Should we start with the sporting director situation, the director of football situation? Now, we've been pumped down our throats that we're going for the guy from Salzburg, correct? Yeah, Freund. How do we pronounce his name? Christopher Freund. Yeah. So this guy, apparently from the biggest brown envelope, Fabrizio Romano, has come out and he says Christopher Freund will be signed documents to be unveiled as new Chelsea director in the next days. He's also been approved by Graham Potter as perfect profile to work together on present and future project. It's just a matter of time to get it signed also with Salzburg. All right. That's what came out. Now, someone took a snapshot of his comment under his post on Instagram, and this is what it wrote. And it's now deleted for obvious reasons. It says, exclusive, Chelsea are set to, I can't even read what that says. Agreement with Christoph Freund as director. Here we go. Full agreement in place between Freund and Chelsea on long-term project. He will be the new director of football. So we've been given a so-called hero, and then these minerals land. RB Salzburg confirmed they've decided to keep Christoph Freund at the club and he will not join Chelsea. The agreement reached on contract between Freund and Chelsea last Sunday has been cancelled as Red Bull Group will keep the director. All of a sudden, it's off. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Fabrizio's meant to be the top tier. His reputation has been muddied there. And then they use this fella, this Freund, to come out today and say, yes, I was in contact with Chelsea. Well, obviously you were. Obviously you were. Because he wouldn't have written, here we go, if you weren't. So what's happened, guys? Something's happened. What I don't like I don't like how these brown envelopes are getting all the information on our football club. I don't like that one bit. It's unacceptable. We're getting treated like mugs. Our football club is getting disrespected throughout this whole transfer window. Even now, the transfer window's ended and we're getting muddied just with directors of football now. Directors of football. It's ridiculous. What's going on? Wake up, Bowley. Wake up, Ekbali Clearlake. What the fuck? Have you heard of a thing called secrecy? Keep your cards close to your chest. Don't let them know. Don't let them give them any whiff. Why are you letting it out so easily? For what reason? So we can get rejected like this. And at the same time, you can look at it like the brown envelopes are pushing that narrative because they want us to look like that. They want us to look like we're a shit show. They want us to make our owners look like they don't know what they're doing. Which one is it, guys? You know, it's very hard to gauge which side we look at it from. Because for me personally, this was a so-called done deal, and we're getting this guy in. We played RB. I was at that game. We played them. And all of this was circulating. All this was building up. I've heard about Campos. What's happened to Campos? That's all gone quiet. We're getting linked with all these other unknown directors of football. Where's the big kingpins guy? Where are the guys with the track record and the CVs to show that they're credible enough to become a director of football at Chelsea and take us in the same vision and direction that you didn't have with Thomas Tuchel? Where are these people? Where are these candidates? You know, this guy's one of them because he discovered a Haaland and this and that. It's not hard to discover a Haaland. Haaland, you know he's going to be a baller. You know he's got talent. You can tell from a very young age. But Fabrizio, you're in the mud, son. He's in the mud. And deservedly right. He should have been in the mud for Koundé. He should have been in the mud for countless stories he pushed out with Chelsea Football Club. And I've only just read recently before stream that apparently the board are going to be tight-lipped. It's going to be very difficult for brown envelopes to get information from Chelsea. It should have been like that from the get-go. But isn't it convenient that the information that they let out suits them? I.e. Tuchel. The information brought out about Tuchel. It suits their narrative, so it gets spread out. But I think they're playing with two ends of the sword here. Two ends of the sword. And it's not a good look for Chelsea. It's very embarrassing right now. I'm embarrassed as a fan at the minute at the way that we're just getting rejected by how many players were so-called rejected by. How many directors of football we rejected by now? It's just poor. Lack of structure, lack of preparation. You know, lack of understanding of how the brown envelopes work, lack of understanding of the campaign against Chelsea, and this all feeds into that. It makes us look like a calamity, and it's embarrassing. So that's the confirmed one. And obviously, RB sources have confirmed they've decided to keep Christoph at the club. The agreement reached on the contract between Freund and Chelsea last Sunday has been cancelled as Red Bull Group will keep the director. Well, listen, let's have it right. He's even negotiated a better deal with RB, yeah? All right, which is probably likely for him to stay. But why is a guy going to reject Chelsea? Chelsea are an elite, much bigger club than RB. Why would you reject that opportunity? Something doesn't sound right. What are we supposed to believe? I just don't believe these brown envelopes anyway. I just can't stand them. Their only main agenda is just to mud Chelsea. That's all it is. There's nothing in favour when it comes to brown envelopes when they report on Chelsea. There's nothing in favour of Chelsea. It's all negative. It's all down tools. It's always been like that, guys. And to be honest with you, I'm pretty sick of it. You know? They are making such a mockery out of our football club. And the funny thing is, I think Chelsea are the first ones to mud Fabrizio Romano. Fabrizio Romano's been mudded, guys. I've got it here. Big up Leo. Big up Leo in here, up the Minnals. He's the one that clipped it, yeah, and he put it on my Minnals FC community on Twitter. And he revealed this. He screenshotted this, and you've got the "Here we go" from Fabrizio there in plain English. Yeah, everyone can read. Here we go with Freund, and it's not "Here we go." So the "Here we go" is becoming very dilute in it, guys. It's losing its power and substance, especially when it comes to Chelsea. When it comes to Chelsea, it's fucking. It doesn't mean anything until it's done, deal, and officially announced by Chelsea, the official Chelsea website. I don't buy any of this stuff now. I really don't. It's just piss poor, guys. But I'm so glad that we can mud together Fabrizio Romano. I'm glad it's Chelsea Football Club that's mudded him. I'm glad, and let's bring up one of these clips. Here it is. I think it's here. Yeah, here we go. Look at what he's saying here. So Romano honestly says jumps the gun. Honestly, always jumps the gun with Chelsea. So he jumped the gun with "Here we go" with what's his name, Cucurella. All right. And he's jumped the gun here and he goes, brother, he's replying to a small accounts, as you can see. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that was in response to CFC Pies and Mash, who obviously I can't see his tweet. Brother, I'm sure of Freund news, and it was also reported by all the best Chelsea journalists for 2 days. And I can confirm he had a full agreement with Chelsea on Sunday, but agreement is also needed with Salzburg. And they're still trying to keep him, as they stated. We will see. Yeah, we will see. We will see who lied, Fabrizio. And it looks like you did, fella. It looks like you did. And it looks like you're in the mud, geezer. And rightly so. Don't type "Here we go" if it ain't "Here we go." You know? How many times? And you didn't get away with it. And it's a similar situation with the Cucurella, where he was responding to all these small accounts, you know, writing, having digs at Fabrizio, and he had to reply to them because you know something's up. You know he's sweating. You know he's worried. And right now he's been mudded. He took the pin tweet away. He's deleted the Instagram post of that with that statement that I've been sent of saying "Here we go." So there we go, guys. It is what it is. It's a Minnals FC. Here we go. You're in the mud, Fab. You're in the mud. Let's have it right. So that was the normal stuff. I didn't buy into any of this, and let's have it right. The transfer window's shut, so they need to get clicks. They need that interaction, and anything to do with Chelsea gets them the clicks. They love it. But why is it Liverpool, Manchester City, Man United, all of these types of recruitments, no one hears nothing. You just hear when it's announced. It's not a big deal. But right now it's a big deal because Chelsea Football Club are in dire need of a director of football. This is the reason they lost Thomas Tuchel, because Thomas Tuchel could not take the inexperience of Bowley, Clearlake, Egbali. He couldn't hack it. It was just ridiculous for him. He's too big for that. He's not there to educate. He's there to give his opinion on certain things. And then the director of football liaises with the owners. And they communicate like that. Like we had Petr Cech, like we had Marina. And that link between the board and Tuchel. And then Tuchel suffers because of it. You know, he suffered because of it. And let's have it right. These Ronaldo stories at the minute coming out in January. If we go and sign Cristiano Ronaldo, that's another fact why Thomas Tuchel fell out with Bowley. Another from the get-go, because the Cristiano Ronaldo news was very early on in the transfer window. In fact, it was at the start of the transfer window. So if we go and sign Cristiano Ronaldo, who for me is not the signing we need, we don't need him. Even under Potter, we do not need this signing. If we go and sign Cristiano Ronaldo, it tells me that Graham Potter's a yes man. And let's not forget that Bowley asked with the board to Thomas Tuchel 7 times. They asked him about Ronaldo. And I think Tuchel just went, I've had enough. So what do we take? What do we make of that? We make of it as we want the marketing strategy. It's all about the money. It's all about making us a global brand. We're already global, geezer, but they want to go. They're greedy. They want to make it even bigger, and that's why they kept Christian Pulisic. That's the key to hitting the American market bigger and investing in Pulisic. You're not investing in his footballing abilities. You're investing in his marketing ability and potential and capability right now. That's what you're investing in. Whereas, forgive me if I'm wrong, but when you recruit players, it's about what they deliver on the pitch, not what they deliver off the pitch. If you can get both, it's a win-win. Cristiano, win off the pitch. Right now, he's 37 going on 38. It's not a win on the pitch. Let's have it right. It's just not. For the money you're going to pay and break your wage structure, it's a stupid signing. If you're talking about going sign Bellingham, where are you getting all this money? Where are you blowing all this money from? There's no thought process, no structure. It's just like dogs, you know, looking at those big fat T-bone steaks, you know, eating and then thinking after when you're full, oh, I shouldn't have done that. This is the mind process for me, the thought process that I see from the outside, personally. That's what I see. I just don't buy into Ronaldo. I don't buy into it. You're buying a sort of has-been at the minute now. Ten Hag's not even playing him regular. That tells you everything. The way Ten Hag wants to play, the way Potter wants to play, Ronaldo just don't fit it. It's the same old shit. Listen, I've explained all this, and I told you guys from the very get-go, we're not signing Cristiano Ronaldo. All right? And we didn't. Thomas Tuchel didn't want Cristiano Ronaldo. The moment it came out, Tuchel didn't want him, and then it resurfaced. It tells you there was issues behind the scenes. Thomas Tuchel didn't get any players that he wanted. None. Maybe Sterling. Apart from that, no. The others are not Tuchel signings. They're not Tuchel's preferences. And the discussions when Cucurella was happening, they're already talking to Graham Potter. This is all being backed up, guys. You can go and do your research. It's all there. It's all there. It's all there to be read. So as far as I'm concerned, that was why Tuchel got sacked, not because of footballing abilities. His footballing abilities is bang on. He's elite, and it's a big, big L from our board as it stands at the moment. And not only that, he wasn't given what he asked. He wanted Ziyech and Pulisic sold, and they didn't sell them. It came out today. Who was the club? Newcastle were desperate to sign Pulisic, whether it's on loan or an official signing. They were desperate, and Chelsea rejected it. Pulisic was even open to extend his contract to go on loan, so it benefits Chelsea because he wanted out. Tuchel didn't want him. It was clear. Ziyech, another one. Why didn't we sell him? Why didn't we loan him? We've got these two toxic players, unhappy players, and one of them is very close to Lukaku. So that tells its own story. As far as I'm concerned, guys, my thing is I back all my Chelsea players and I back my club and everything, yeah? I back the new gaffer, goes without saying. But I find it very hard to back Ziyech and Pulisic. I cannot back them right now. I really can't. I'm pissed off with them. I don't have any respect for them. I don't trust them. And as far as I'm concerned, you have to earn that. And do you get the time to earn that, or are you going to be shipped off as well? I don't know. But out of the whole squad, those two, they're in the Minerals FC mud at the minute. And that's where I'm going with it. So we'll get into Pulisic as well. So obviously this geezer has been benched so much that he's had so much time on his hands. Obviously he's made out of biscuits, we know. So he's been on the injury bench as well. And he's had a lot of time on his hands. A lot of time. And he's written an autobiography made for sort of the America national team side, but he had to throw in the digs when it comes to Chelsea and it comes to Thomas Tuchel. It was a necessity. This geezer cannot keep his mouth shut. His dad and him are both as toxic as each other. They do an awful lot of talking in the media and on Twitter. But when it comes to the football pitch, where's your talking? You're meant to talk with your left foot and your right foot, geezer, and your mental capabilities and your mental strength. And I ain't seen none of that. All I've seen is social media. When we lose a game and it's disgusting, you tweet out a happy. When we lost to Leeds, he's there done a picture with another American player that plays for Leeds, and all this is all smiles and what's all that about? Where's your respect to your football club and the rivalry that Chelsea have with Leeds? Terrible. Whoever's managing his social media, if it's him, is outright disrespectful. And this guy's gone and made an autobiography. Am I going to read it? Hell no. I'm not interested in what he's got to say. I don't give a shit that he's played, like the American fans tell me. He's played since he was 15 years old for the national American team. Well, isn't that a surprise? He's their best player. He's their only best player. He's loved and adored by America. And whether he plays not 1 minute at Chelsea Football Club, he's still going to play in the World Cup. And that's a fact. So all this crying about Tuchel not playing him, you all look stupid and ridiculous because the guy's going to play. But they're like, oh, yeah, he's played. I don't care what he's done for America. I don't give two fucks what he's done for their national team. It doesn't benefit Chelsea, whether he's played since he was 15 or not. It hasn't benefited Chelsea. Chelsea is what I care about. And frankly, there are tiny little moments where he's performed, apart from that purple patch under lamps. Little moments. What about all the other games? You're not good enough. You just want to bitch and moan because you've been benched. And when you get your opportunities, you don't take them. So let's bring up this from his so-called book. If I get it right. So Pulisic on being benched for second leg. What happened before that game was hugely disappointing for me. I had a really good first leg performance, and our following match was against Fulham in the league. Tuchel told me he was resting me for the second leg, and as a result, I didn't play a single minute in the Fulham game. Well, it's outright disrespectful, all right, to say that Tuchel told me that he was resting me for the second leg. All right. That's your word against Tuchel's word. That's the first thing. There's no proof of that. So you've just landed that without any response being allowed from Tuchel because he's obviously got a confidentiality agreement. You should fucking have one as well because you're still currently a player. But Tuchel told me this, Tuchel told me that. I couldn't give a toss what he told you because there's no facts that he told you that. We're only going by what you say, but your American fans will believe this. Then on match day of the second semi, Tuchel tells me he's changed his mind and he's going along with Kai Havertz. I honestly was dumbfounded and very disappointed. I thought that I'd earned a start, and most importantly, he had assured me previously I was going to start. So by the time he brought me on with about 25 minutes to go, I was just so wound up. He was so wound up. That's what he said. He was so wound up. Well, listen, there's many players that this happens to. But because it's Pulisic, it's such a big story. We've got to land it. We've got to mud the gaffer that he changed his mind. And let's have it right. It was a right bloody decision. This decision was spot on. The decision not to play you in the final was spot on. And when he did bring you on in the final, you missed that fucking open opportunity. When he did bring you on in the semi-final at the Bernabeu last season, you missed that glorious 2 opportunities. So you can't tell me he doesn't give you opportunity. What? Because you didn't start. Whether you start or you don't start, and you come on, your duty is to represent the crest, the shirt, and you play. That's what you do. That's what you do. I want to get the tweet. Let me get the tweet, guys, of what he said. No, it wasn't. I saw it on someone. I can't stand this geezer, but he's obviously reported it. Hold on. and I'll bring it up for you so we can read up his quotes. Yeah. Let's quickly run through. Where is it? Guys, like and subscribe while you're in here. Like and subscribe. Bear with me, guys. Here it is. I've got it now, I think. Okay, I got it. Right, let's bring this up for you guys. All right, this is up now. So, we've got Pulisic on 2 goals. I was honestly dumbfounded and very disappointed. I thought that I'd earn a start. Most importantly, he had assured me previously I was going to start. All right. Pulisic on 2 goals, not starting him again. So by the time he brought me on with about 25 minutes left, I was just so wound up. But as I take off on a run, I hear Thomas Tuchel yelling from the sideline, "Christian, stay in the pocket. Don't make the run." But I just had the feeling I'd find the space and get on the end of the pass. I continued the run. He continued the run. So he showed to Tuchel that he had no interest in listening to what his instructions from the gaffer is. It's very important as a player that you take the instructions from the gaffer. And if you don't take the instructions from the gaffer, you will get benched. You will get benched if you don't do what the gaff demands. It's very fortunate for Pulisic that, yes, he made the run. He disapproved and ignored the instructions, and then he just about shimmied and he laid off a pass to Mason Mount. Is that for the second leg? No, that was the first leg. So that was the first leg. Second leg's got nothing to do with it. So the first leg, and he scored that goal. Yeah. So he's done that. All right. These are digs at Thomas Tuchel. I don't respect it. I don't like it. He scored, but like I say to you, yeah, he's doing his fucking job. That's his job. That's what he's paid to do. He's paid to score goals. He's paid to create goals. I haven't seen it enough. I ain't seen it consistently. All I see is this guy whining. That's all he does. He whines. I just think that someone like that is a problem in the dressing room. Someone like that who disrespects a manager that made the right call. He made the right call. He doesn't get it wrong, the gaffer. He got it right. And he played the team. He set up the team in the second leg, and we won that game. He brought him on, and Pulisic got the assist to Mason Mount. Let's have it right. He only got the ball, Pulisic, because of Kante's immense work, recovery, and bursting outside the box. So at the end of the day, it's a team effort. But you being wound up and saying how you feel, we don't really care, because at the end of the day, the outcome was that Tuchel got the decisions right. He brought you on at the right time. You had an impact how he wanted you to have an impact. You served the team as you fucking well should. And then we obviously went through to the final. You didn't play the final. You came on second half and you missed a chance where in that moment, I'll never forget it. You blasted it over. It's harder to miss than score. And we could have been 2-0 game over. Instead, we had to go through the rest of the game wetting ourselves, defending out of our skins, because you couldn't take your opportunity, and there's too many moments like that where he doesn't take his opportunity. And I'm sorry, guys, he's as far as I'm concerned, he's a bad egg in the dressing room. He's a bad egg in the dressing room, and he's only there, yeah. Let's have it right. He's only at Chelsea because of what he brings off the field. If he was at any other club performing how he performs, over 3 seasons, he would be playing and he'd be sold. So that's the way I look at it. That's the way I look at it. He's just not good enough. He's not Chelsea level. He was used as an impact player, impact sub at Dortmund under Tuchel. The bottom line is Tuchel is spot on. So there's nothing he can say. He can say what he wants, but Tuchel got it bang on. And Tuchel won the game. And that's all that matters. You do what's necessary as a team and you play your role in the team to win the game. That is what your purpose is. That's what your duty is as a footballer. Whether you play or you don't play. And if you don't play and you come on, you get opportunities, you fucking take them. And this geezer don't take his chances. He just doesn't take his chances. So I want him sold personally. I'd want him sold. Isn't it interesting? Potter had his first game and playing. Didn't even start him. Didn't even start Ziyech. Didn't even start him. So let's see how they perform under Potter. They're going to be pissed off they didn't start those games. They're going to be pissed off. Frankly, I'm not interested. I'm only interested in what you do at Chelsea. And you haven't done enough. You haven't done enough. You have not done enough. And these are the facts, guys. These are the facts. Big up to everyone in here. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. And let's have it right. He is made out of biscuits. He's always injured, guys. Always. He's never fit. Whenever we've needed players, he's never been fit. And he wants to moan and bitch, oh, I'm playing right wing back. What about Cho? Cho didn't moan once. He was grateful he was playing in the side. He was starting games. Same energy. What? Because you're you're a Captain America? Because you start every USA game? Fuck off. What are you? Some egotistical player that deserves, he's like some Lukaku mentality. I deserve to play. Even if I'm shit, I deserve to play. Doesn't work like that at Chelsea. Doesn't work like that. And I hope Potter lands his minerals. I hope the bald back Potter. If Potter says, no, I don't want Pulisic, they better get rid of him. Yeah? They didn't do that with Tuchel. And let's have it right. We've got unhappy players. And I've heard that Tuchel, apparently it's reported, whether we believe it or not, but let's mention it anyway. Tuchel had a discussion with all the players, and he had players that wanted to be there and players that didn't want to be there. And he let everyone know in the squad who wants to be there, who doesn't want to be there. And frankly, Ziyech and Pulisic don't want to be there, and they're still there, and they're still in the squad. How do the players that want to be at Chelsea look upon them that have outright come out and said, I don't want to be at Chelsea? Do you think that's a good, positive thing to have in your dressing room going into the new season? No. Absolutely not. Tuchel's forced to play these mugs. Not fucking good enough. They're not good enough. All the Pulisic stands, all they care about is Pulisic. They don't care about Chelsea. They don't give a shit about Chelsea. It would have been better that he went to Newcastle, to be honest with you. That's probably more his level at the minute. He's not Chelsea level. He doesn't get into Manchester City's team. He doesn't get into Liverpool's team. He doesn't get into Man United's team. And Man United ain't in the best shape. He doesn't get into Arsenal's team at the minute. He doesn't even get into Spurs' team, but he's all right for Chelsea, yeah? That's the level. Ziyech doesn't even get into them. Ziyech doesn't even get into a Brighton team. He's that fucking poor. So these two players need to sort their shit out. They need to land the minerals and dig out their minerals if they've even got any minerals, yeah? And try and deliver at our football club in this small sample that they've got right now to the end of the season, or at least till January transfer window, yeah? And what happens if Potter doesn't play Pulisic? Are we going to get the same old syndrome? The moaning, the whining? Is that what's going to happen? Is there going to be pressure from the board to play Pulisic? We need that number 10 being played. He needs to play. He's a disgrace to the number 10 shirt. He's absolute disgrace. We had one matter. We had Eden Hazard. Delivered at our football club. Consistently. And this guy's wearing the number 10. Do you know why? Because it was bought. Nike bought it. They paid for Pulisic to have that number 10 shirt. It wasn't out of merit. And I am concerned that Bowley's going to put pressure on Potter to play this guy. And I hate shit like that. And if Potter's being backed, then they need to accept it. You know, sometimes people are not good enough. They're just not good enough. Yeah, William as well. Big up, Ben. William was a baller, mate, for our football club. I don't care what anyone says about William. William did earn the right to play the number 10. Yeah? Earned the right to play number 10. This Pulisic fella, it's just made a mockery of our number 10. I've called it when Pulisic got Tuchel sacked. I just remember the fact that they were close with Lukaku, and literally explains your point of saying Lukaku caused everything. He did cause everything. Lukaku was the start of this. Ziyech jumped on board, then Pulisic, and they wanted player power to dominate the dressing room and dominate the board and put Tuchel in the mud. And Tuchel overcome that, and then we got sanctioned. And then Pulisic, Ziyech, and Lukaku got fucking benched. Because they're wrong-uns. They were rats in the dressing room. And they're bad eggs. And we've still got them at our football club. So like I say to everyone knows what I'm about. And I back all my players and everything to do with Chelsea, I back it. I have my question marks over the ownership. Of course I do. Proofs in the pudding on longevity. But these two players in particular, find it very hard to back them, guys. Very hard to justify it when I know what they've done. And I know what they've done. And it's unacceptable. So for me, I've got no emotional attachment to those two players. I couldn't care less. And let's have it right. Their performances under Tuchel before he left and their performances after Tuchel have been shocking. Shocking. And I'm saying it how I feel. No one can take that away from me. But these two players, shocking, mate. Big up, William. Thanks for your meals donation. We could make Pulisic our Mbappe player, director of football. Oh, embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. What's the vision, guys? We're being told about this vision by the owners. What's the vision? Fuck's sake. What is it? Because the only vision I know about is to win and win trophies and titles and build a team and build a dynasty and back a manager. You're so called about, you've given Potter a 5-year deal. You didn't do it with Tuchel because Tuchel said no to this player, no to that player. You didn't sign him the players he wanted. You made it up, used his name to pull in all these players we did sign. Let's have it right. And then you got rid of him at the end of the transfer window when you got no use out of him. And you listened to players. You definitely spoke to players. And you threw Tuchel under the bus. And you paid the 70 million because money's no object to you lot. And that's what you've done. And that's the reality. I don't see it any other way. And now their bollocks are on the line. They've gambled on Potter. And I hope for their sake and for Chelsea that Potter succeeds. And I want him to succeed because I think he's a talented manager. I think he's got minerals. He's got a fantastic blueprint. But he needs time. And let's have it right. We've got the same players. And like Tuchel said, what's going to change? We have the same players. What is going to change? What's going to dramatically change in the front line? You've got two unhappy players. You got rid of Cho, Werner, Lukaku by force, apart from Cho. But Lukaku and Werner wanted out regardless. There's no way of keeping them. That's why they got rid of them. So were they even backing Tuchel there? I don't think they were. I think they just had no choice with the players. And that's the reality. It's not a good start. It's not a good start. So let's move away from that guy. He winds me up. The whole campaign, Pulisic FC campaign, is sickening. I think they're all an embarrassment to themselves. They're embarrassment to Chelsea fans, the way that they go on. And yet they'll come and slander Kai Havertz. They'll come and slander Mason Mount, who've delivered at our football club. Mason Mount, the most consistent player, by far levels above fucking Pulisic and Ziyech. Absolute levels. Levels above Werner. Levels above Lukaku. And they're all fucking attackers. And my Mason Mount is playing out of position and he's still outdoing them all. It's an embarrassment to them. But they're all full of it. They all want to back these. They all want to back this guy, but they want to give all the negativity and bad energy to players that play, that deliver, and are consistent, and then suit the system instead of playing sulkers because he's your favourite little player. Because I support Chelsea because because of Pulisic. Fuck off. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Right, so let's move on now to the other shit show that's come about. So embarrassing, mate. So this is Chelsea sacks senior executive after claims of sexual harassment over inappropriate messages between catalinakim and what's his name? Damien. Is it Damien? What's the geezer's name? Damien Willoughby, yeah, who Willoughby is an executive at Chelsea who was recruited by Glick and Bowley. Glick was recruited by Bowley. Glick recruited Willoughby recently, and now they've gone and sacked him because this has leaked out. This embarrassment has leaked out. This sounds like a stitch up. This sounds like a stitch up to me. And I don't know whether Chelsea have allowed this to get out. They obviously clearly have. They've allowed this to get out. Maybe they don't want this guy in charge anymore. They made a mistake. And Glick's covered himself and stitched this guy up, potentially. This is how the media works. These stories don't get out for no reason. What's catalinakim got any relevance right now? What's she talking to the owners and directors for at Chelsea? What for? She was a previous bidder with the Candyman who failed. And apparently she wants to invest hundreds of millions. Well, there's a Glazer clause. There's a clause in the contract. If you read the contract when Bowley took over in Clearlake, that for 10 years, no one can invest, no one can buy shares, no one can sell shares or buy shares. So how is she going to invest 100 million? Why are they bringing her out of the blue? Doesn't make any sense. But it makes sense for this story. It makes sense for this story. So let's bring it up. Let's bring up the article. Let's bring up the article. There we go. Right. It's just an embarrassment right now, guys. It really is. So, well, look what I'm having to talk about here. Look what I'm having to talk about here. It's just shocking. So, revealed Chelsea married senior executive Damien Willoughby's inappropriate text suggesting a naughty meetup and asking for naked photos from a female football finance agent that led to his sacking within a month of being appointed. It's a month. A month. Oh, sorry, guys. Here we go. Right. So Chelsea have sacked their commercial director. Willoughby, second spell at Stamford Bridge, also worked for Manchester City and EA Sports. He took a key role with Chelsea's new US owners looking to maximise off-the-field revenue. Isn't it interesting? Everything revolving around these new owners is off-the-field revenue, not fucking our football team. It's off-the-field revenue, and I'm sick of seeing this. I get it's part of the business, but mate, you've got much more higher priorities than off the field investment and monetary gain. Willoughby now departed for less than 4 weeks with the club. Less than 4 weeks. The Chelsea statement read, Chelsea Football Club confirms that it has terminated commercial director Damien Willoughby's employment with immediate effect. Evidence of inappropriate message sent by Mr. Willoughby prior to his appointment at Chelsea FC early this month have recently been provided and investigated by the club while they were sent prior to his employment at the club. Such behaviour runs absolutely counter to the workplace environment and corporate culture being established by the club's new ownership. There she is. We all know, we're all familiar with her. In fact, I've had some DMs with her on Instagram when she was looking to buy the football club. This is what was being leaked here. Naked, obviously. Not obviously, she says. Ha, send a pic. I'm naked. Will you come to London to be naughty? No. It's just fucking ridiculous. The club's owners are now working ties to set and achieve the highest standards both on and off the pitch. Why did you employ the geezer? What did you employ him for? Did you not do your research? And are determined to establish nurture a culture of transparency, accountability, inclusivity, diversity, and opportunity. Lovely words, mate, but there's no proof here in the pudding. The club is committed to creating an environment which embodies these values. Kim is said to have made a complaint to the Blues president of business, Tom Glick, who hired Willoughby to claim that she had been sexually harassed before his employment by the club and alleges she felt threatened over the phone. Kim held talks with Glick, who became the first appointment of the new Todd Boehly Clear Lake Capital owners in July, on behalf of overseas investors who want to pump hundreds of millions of pounds into the club's men's, women's, and academy teams. Well, she can't do that. She cannot do it because of the contract that Clear Lake and Boehly have signed. So what's this? What? There's no relevance there. Those talks, however, have stalled since Glick added Willoughby, who he worked with at Manchester City, to the negotiations that prompted Kim to raise concerns about his inclusion. Kim provided Glick with a series of messages that were sent last year by Willoughby. Last year, they were sent. Last year, guys. That's an interesting one. That's a key statement there. You can see it there. Last year. These messages were sent last year, guys. It wasn't a recent thing. So why was this not brought up earlier before you recruited this guy if you're talking to Catalinakim? It seems very appropriate that this gets released right now after Glick's appointed under Boehly, but yet these messages, are you telling me Glick didn't know about this while he was at Manchester City with Willoughby? They all talk, they're all in a circle. This is very suspect, guys. Very, very suspect. Brought up the subject of having sex, posting an alleged sexual explicit video, and suggested he would arrange a meeting with City Chief Executive Ferran Soriano if she was willing to be naughty, according to Telegraph Sport. According to Telegraph Sport. More brown envelope stuff here. Yeah. The Telegraph quoted messages from a conversation about introducing Kim to Soriano, where Willoughby asked, when you come to London, will you be naughty? She replied, no. Later, after saying, happy to connect you, Willoughby is reported to have added, if you promise to be naughty one night. Willoughby says she's being lazy and still in bed. The messages follow. Naked, obviously, not obviously. Send a pic. I am naked. He is then said to have offered to send Kim an image, but she replied, no, please. Well, I mean, there's not much more to go forward here. I think we've dissected it very, very well here. Very, very well here, guys. I haven't read this. It's the first time I've read it. I'm reading it with you live. But these messages were sent last year. And it's so appropriate that they get released now. It's so appropriate, which doesn't make any sense that catalinakim can have no involvement or any investment with Chelsea Football Club or Bowley for 10 years. So I don't know where that's going. I don't understand. I don't understand if Glick has worked at Manchester City. He's clearly aware of this stuff. Someone's leaked it. Why would catalinakim come out all of a sudden? She must have something on her. Someone knows something about her and she's had to release it. Bowley's got whiff of it and they've acted on this quick because it's going to come out. Because why? Because you allow it to go out. Everything's allowed to go out to these brown envelopes. A lot of it is. And a lot of it is used, whether it's from Chelsea, whether it's from Chelsea's end, or whether it's from agents, these guys, sources. Chelsea staff were informed of Willoughby sacking via an internal memo this morning. There is no comment from Damien Willoughby at the time of publication. His LinkedIn profile describes himself as a highly motivated, dedicated, and successful senior sports marketing professional with over 20 plus years industry experience representing premium rights holders. His Twitter biography, we don't care about his biography. Of course, it's going to be all the same jargon. Kim's profile describes how, as founder and CEO of CMP Sports, her company introduced Asian finance to the Premier League and have worked with some of South Korea's most successful sports. We know about what she is. We know about her history because we saw that during our sanction period. But it's very very strange. City knew about it. And that's probably why they let him go. But to tie it all together, I think catalinakim has to be in this. And the way that they've slotted her in nicely is that she's having conversations with Bowley and Clearlake because she wants to invest when she can't invest by law. Glick has appointed this guy within in a month, last month, and now he's ended up having to sack him. So is this City having a little tarnish of Chelsea? What's going on, guys? What's going on? It just tells you. Romain Molina, one of the big journalists, big journalists I respect, and he comes out with life-threatening information and reports real truth. He's just right. It's so corrupt. There's so much dodginess happening behind the scenes. Stuff like this. And it's only exposed when it suits. It suits the brown envelopes getting a story. It suits everyone who's against Chelsea in a campaign against Chelsea because it makes us look like we're incapable of recruiting professionals and not doing our due diligence on researching and assessing these guys, their backgrounds. Embarrassing for us. He's not even been there a month. It just looks ridiculous. And I think she's been paid to put this out. I think she's been paid. And she's maybe fed a brown envelope. And a brown envelope's forced to sack this guy, forced Glick and Clearlake to sack this guy. Maybe he was very good at his job. He was at Manchester City. He can't be that bad. But this is all wrong. This is poor. And it's embarrassing. And I thought they should have learned from the Koundé deal. Bowley and everyone. They should have learned. There is no positives. There is no beneficiaries when it comes to the media and Chelsea. Stop feeding them. Stop feeding them. It's as simple as that. You've sacked the world's best manager. You've got rid of this guy who's had leaked sexual text messages put out. You haven't backed him. You've lied about all the players that he wanted. You've put out information that suits your narrative as to justify why you sacked Thomas Tuchel. You got players there that are rats, and you're happy with that because it suits your off-the-field monetization. Everything that's revolved around the club is about expanding globally Chelsea Football Club. I know we're going to go into the Super League eventually. It's a given. It's an absolute given. There's meetings of you with Bowley and Perez and Laporta because they're all in it to get the Super League going. They're the reasons. He wasn't there to sign Frankie de Jong because actually Tuchel wanted Frankie de Jong, but he didn't do that. Didn't want to buy Frankie de Jong, clearly, which astounds me. Absolutely astounds me. So it's just embarrassing, mate. The problem I have is I don't trust catalinakim. She's got nothing to do with my football club. She tried to buy our football club with Candy. By law, she can't invest money anyway. So that's a red flag for me in the story. That's a red flag straight away. They were at Manchester City. This seems like dirty work for Manchester City. Because Chelsea are trying to build something behind the scenes, a structure that's going to compete with them. And they know an awful lot about these guys that they were at their football club. So I think City's got a role to play in this. And she's been paid to feed this info out. A year ago of text messages. This should have come out long before we recruited this guy, but it didn't. So it's a nice narrative to be for the campaign against Chelsea, as the way I look at it. But the owners need to just learn one thing: don't talk to the brown envelopes. Don't give them nothing. You shouldn't be. Do everything behind the scenes. Get NDAs out, non-disclosure. Get those out. Push them out. With anyone you're discussing about recruiting, you should have an NDA. By law, they can't come out and release anything to the brown envelopes. And if they do, you can prosecute them. That's the way to do business. That way, that's what Roman did. That's what Roman did with Haaland. That's why you don't hear anything about Haaland. There's an NDA because Roman wanted to protect the image of Chelsea Football Club. Right now, Chelsea's image is being tarnished. It's a circus. Everything's out in the open. Disrespectful. Doesn't work like that. So they need to. It's like they're learning on the job, and it needs to. They need to sharpen it up. Yeah, they need to sort it out. Sharpish. Obviously, we've got some trolls in the chat. Big up to you guys. Guys, like and subscribe. Let me know what likes I'm on. I should be on 200 likes by now. Come on. Land of Minerals. Like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. Yes. It's very much looking like this. It's very much looking like this. So I think they need to sit back. They need to sit back and assess what they're doing and do it very discreetly, just like Roman did it. No one knew anything. And that's how it should be. If we recruit someone, it's an instant recruitment, and it's just that's the headline. There's no other headlines involved leading up to that headline. Very little. You know, when we signed Kai Havertz, it was very much like that. It was very much like that. Or when we signed players in general. Lukaku was out of the blue. You know, but we know that was a panic buy as well. That was a panic buy. Chalk and cheese, Johnny. Never heard a thing from Roman, yet these guys have made. Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Big up Elias in here. Lovely to see you in here, geezer. Get it to 170 likes, guys. I should be well over 170 likes. There's 170 people in it, almost 180 people in here. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Right, so I want to get into the next topic. The next one is this one. All right. Now I'm getting pissed off with the fan base and the disrespect. Yeah. So this is it isn't just the midfield that our new owners want to address. They also want to look at the attack. Apparently, everything about what the owners want to do, we're being told they want to do the defense, the midfield, the attack. They want to do this, they want to do that, but there's no substance. There's no action. There's no certification here. It's just we want to do without doing. It's all talk, no walk. Walk it. Land it. Where's the minerals at? Land it. Tell us. Tell us by doing it. Chelsea are ready for serious approach from Bayern Munich for Kai Havertz next summer. Makes no sense whatsoever. That makes no sense whatsoever. We're going to keep Pulisic and we're going to keep Ziyech, but we're going to sell Kai Havertz. It's ridiculous. If that happens, serious questions need to be asked about the fucking ownership. You know, this guy, this kid, yeah, and I've been on Twitter and I've said my piece on it, all right? I've said my piece on it. 21 years old, 22 years old. He scored in the Champions League final to win it. He scored the winning penalty in the Club World Cup to win it. He's assisted in the final of Super Cup to win it. He's had injury, COVID, not so much injury. He had a bit of injury last season, mainly COVID. Change of manager in the first season from Lampard to Tuchel. When I won the Champions League, we bring in the cement-booted rat who fucks everything up. Gets no consistency. In and out. Rotted on the bench for like 8-9 games. So we witnessed that lump play up front. Now we go into this season where we think he's going to get a run. He's going to build. We're going to build. We're going to be around Tuchel. Tuchel gets sacked. We bring in Potter. Is that Kai's fault? Change of managers again? Change of system? Change of fucking owners? It's not easy. They're human beings. But let's have it right. Kai Havertz has done more than Kevin De Bruyne has done at that same age. Kevin De Bruyne's first trophy was at Wolfsburg at 24 years old. He came to Chelsea, couldn't even get off the bench at Chelsea. Got sold back to Wolfsburg. Wins his titles. Then he goes to Manchester City and they're winning titles. They're spending money. And now he's under Pep and he's in his prime at 31 years old. And you're only seeing over the last 5 years a Kevin De Bruyne of world class. But where was he fucking before that? Do you want to have another situation like that where you sell Kai Havertz and he goes to a Bayern or a Real Madrid, balls out, and you see for the next 5 years the world-class player he is? For what? Why are you coming at Kai for? There's fucking worse players in our squad. Doesn't get half as much bad energy as this. Kai Havertz has delivered a trophy that Kevin De Bruyne ain't ever won at a younger age, on a bigger stage, against his fucking club that he's at in his prime. Wait till the kid's not even 23 yet. Has he just turned 23? He's not even 25. Kevin De Bruyne was at fucking Man City when he went, what? When he was 26, 25, 26. When he got his big move to the Prem. He couldn't even do it at Chelsea if he was that fucking generational and that unbelievably world class. Better than Kai was at his age, yeah? He's older at Chelsea than Kai was, and he couldn't even fucking break into the first team. But yet, everyone wants to hate on Kai Havertz when he's delivered trophies that you've all been celebrating because of him. Those fucking moments, those clutch moments. Where was Kevin De Bruyne in the Champions League final? The so-called world-class fucking player on the big stage in a team that's better than Chelsea, a Manchester City team that's been dominant. Where the fuck was their players? Where was Foden? Where was Mahrez? Where was Aguero? Where were they, bruv? They were fucking crying because they'd lost the final, because of Kai Havertz's winning goal, because of his performance, because of Mason Mount's assist. Real fucking ballers with minerals at a young age that deliver. It's all you lot going, oh, we should sell him. You fucking idiots. You're all idiots. Every single one of you. You're all full of shit. You'd rather fucking proper Pulisic and a Ziyech and a fucking Lukaku or a Werner instead of Kai Havertz and Mason Mount. Shut your mouths. Every single one of you. Shut up. What fucking fan are you? You ain't a Chelsea fan. Talking shit. They won us the Champions League, you mugs. You're all right celebrating it. You're all fucking loving it, lapping it up, celebrating that. But you want to come at them 2.5 years later with all the shit that's happened at our football club. They're not in a complete article team like Kevin De Bruyne is. Kevin De Bruyne's playing in a perfect team. He's got fucking 2 quality players in every position around him. He's had Aguero, one of the greatest Premier League strikers. Where's that at Chelsea? What's Kai had at Chelsea? What's Mount had at Chelsea? A fucking Werner. The guy can't score to save his life. Hasn't got any fucking technical ability. Just runs like a headless chicken. Makes runs. That's all he does. Who I fucking backed as well. It's not about holding the past. It's about acknowledging the history. Because without history, you're fucking nothing. Kevin De Bruyne would be on his knees to win the Champions League. There is no one good enough. We've built for consistency to compete with Manchester City for the title. But when it comes to the Champions League, these so-called ballers, where were they last year? They fucking bottled it. What, 10 minutes to go against Real Madrid and they got fucked? Where was Kevin De Bruyne there, bruv? I'll tell you where Mason Mount was, scoring that goal to go into the final. I'll tell you where fucking N'Golo Kante was, winning man of the match. I'll tell you where Kai Havertz was. He was pulling them all over the gaff. Let's have it right. Your agenda towards Kai Havertz and Mason Mount, for that matter, are plastics. Plastic opinions. You have 2 stars at your football club, and that's because of Mason Mount and Kai Havertz. Without goals and assists, you don't get there. You don't win games. And it's a team effort. Granted, we played as a team. But at the end of the day, the aim of the game is not to concede, which we do very well under Tuchel, but you have to score to win games. And Kai Havertz scored that goal. But my point is, Kevin De Bruyne was fucking nowhere at age of 21, 22. Has not achieved these majors like Kai Havertz has. In a team that Kai Havertz is playing in, which is weaker than the current Manchester City team is in. It's Kevin De Bruyne's choice that he went to Wolfsburg, playing Bundesliga, Kai Havertz in Bundesliga was balling out anyway at fucking 19, 20 years old. So I give this player a chance. I give him patience. Because no player at 23 years old becomes in their prime world class, because Kevin fucking De Bruyne wasn't that geezer. He wasn't that player. He's only that player over the last 4 years. Once he hit 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. But you'd rather sell these players to bring in what? What do you want to bring in, guys? Tell me on the market. Who are you going to fucking bring in at that age that's achieved that? Even Mbappe hasn't even won a Champions League. Look at the fucking team he's playing in. He's got Neymar and Messi. And you lot want to fucking dig it at Kai. You wrong-uns. It's a disgrace. You don't understand that Chelsea in a massive rebuild and transition. We're not if you put Kai in Manchester City, he's going to ball out. You put Mason Mount in Manchester City, he's going to ball out all day long, fucking racking it up. All the stats. Mason Mount's been doing it in this average team for the last fucking 3 seasons. We've relied on youth 3 years ago to get us top 4. Mason Mount was that player. Reece James. We've made signings. This geezer's won us the Champions League. A trophy so hard to win. Manchester City can't even buy it. Look how much money they spent. They can't even buy it, mate. You can talk all you want about this season, but you don't disregard the last 3 seasons, you muppets. You don't disregard that. You don't disregard the big moments, the clutch moments, the moments you cannot buy, the moments you cannot buy at all. No money will buy those moments of Kai scoring that goal and Mason Mount assisting that goal. Not one fucking dollar, not £1, not one fucking euro. Look at Grealish, bruv. 100 million. What's he fucking well done? What's he done? And City, do you know what Kevin De Bruyne was doing in the City final? In a black eye from Rudy, and he's fucking crying, mate. Aguero crying. Mason Mount had Phil Foden in his arms crying. And you want to come at your own players, you fucking disgrace. Every single Chelsea fan, you're a fucking joke. Coming at your players that achieved the biggest fucking trophy, the holy grail of European football. And you want to fucking come at these guys. Oh, yeah, where's the consistency? Where's our fucking consistency as a team? Where's all the other players that are consistent? Who's consistent in our team? Apart from Mason Mount. Who's been consistent? If they're not consistent, they're fucking injured. Where is the consistency? Because it's consistency that wins you the Premier League title. We ain't built for that. We've changed managers like you wouldn't believe. We've changed owners now. Yeah, Silva is consistent. But he's had a shit start to this season. Because he's fucking going on 30. Well, he's 38 now. I think he's 38. We're relying on a 38 centre-back. Because he's generational. He's an absolute world-class player. And that's the bottom line. So I think you all need to look at yourselves in the mirror, personally. All this criticism, like you all wanted to criticise Tuchel, you mugs. All these fucking Tuchelators, all these agenda merchants against Tuchel. You got your fucking way. You got your way now. And you got Graham Potter. I'll tell you something, yeah. You don't come at players that are delivered at your football club. They've earned they fucking our Chelsea name is in history books because of these players. They're in history books. Manchester City have stability. They have a structure. They've had a manager for 8 years. We haven't got that. So how do you expect to win the Premier League, you muppets? Look at Liverpool. Liverpool can't even do it more than once. And they're the closest to Manchester City. Their structure's all fucking in the mud. They don't spend that. The City spend a lot of money. A lot of money. They're actually number one in the world with Manchester United. Sorry, Manchester United spent the most. They spent over $1 billion. Manchester City just under $1 billion. Arsenal are right up there. Chelsea are 10th on the list. But yet we're the ones that spend all the money. We're the ones that spend all the money. Yeah? These two players are the last on the list to even fucking criticise you mugs. Yeah? The last. They're the youngest. The youngest players that balled out our football club. Delivered at our football club. Yeah? Delivered. It's called deliverance, mate. Yeah? Something you lot ain't fucking aware of or seem to disrespect. All of a sudden, oh, it's all in the past now. It's all in the past. Well, let's see what Graham Potter can do, guys. Let's see what Graham Potter's going to do. Yeah? I'm hearing Kai Havertz is going to sign a new contract extension. I can't wait for it. I want this baller at my football club. He's a baller, and I want him at my football club. I love Kai Havertz. Fucking class player. Mason Mount standard. He's going to be here for the rest of his career. So all you haters, you're all in the mud. You continue to be in the mud. You must just bury yourselves in the fucking in the graveyard where you belong. As far as I'm concerned, these players delivered, more than delivered. Why don't you look at the players that down-tooled our manager that got sacked? Why don't you look at those fucking players? Yeah, because Kai Mason, nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that whatsoever. And it's funny, yeah, you moan about, oh, Mason Mount's assists and goals and all that, but yet last year you got 29 GA, you fucking muppets, yeah? Compared to all the other so-called players that you slot stan and support, but you want to hate on Mason Mount, the player that loves his club, the players that are the minerals and the glue of this football team, the player that Graham Potter built around in his first game of his reign at Chelsea, played him as the 8-10, and he balled out and was man of the match and assisted the goal, created big chances. And yes, he will go to England and Gareth Southgate will play him because he's fucking undroppable. He's the baller. You need Mason Mount in your side. There's no Mason Mount in world football. And Kai Havertz will ball out for Germany. Hans Flick will play him for Germany because he knows he's a baller. And you lot rate Hansi Flick, but all of a sudden, no, sell Kai Havertz. Get rid of him. Shut up. You're talking like idiots. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know football, mate. You don't understand football. Kai Havertz doesn't want to leave. He wants to stay at Chelsea. He loves Chelsea. And I know someone from the club that's mentioned this to me, someone who knows his camp. Yeah? And he loves the club. Real Madrid have been sniffing. Isn't that interesting? Real Madrid and Bayern want Kai Havertz, yet you fucking muppets want to sell him. But these so-called big historical clubs want to sign him. Do you know how stupid you look? Do you know what a mug you look like? Mugs. You're absolute mugs. I think it's beyond you're a Chelsea fan. I don't know. I think you just want immediacy. All this young generation, they just want to win straight away, win. Well, we got Graham Potter now. You lot were all digging at Tuchel after 4 or 5 games of the season. Now we got Graham Potter in. What's it now? I saw Potter out trending after his first game in charge. Look at the numpties in the fan base. What an embarrassment to our fan base. Potter out straight away. You fucking joke. You're an absolute joke. This guy hasn't even fucking started and you lot are calling for him to get sacked. What happens if he doesn't get top four? Do you know what the fan base are? All the little Twitter virgins, all the fucking majority, which obviously the owners look at the social media aspect. They get right involved in that. Yeah. And then they pay attention. What are they going to do? You don't get top four. These guys are going to be calling for Potter's head straight away. Straight away. It's an embarrassment. You got no patience, yeah? You got no patience and no understanding of how football works. What it takes to build a team to win the Premier League title. Look at Manchester United where they dominated, and ever since they lost Ferguson and that structure, they haven't been dominant since. Do you know how hard that is? It's the thing called life cycles. There's life cycles in this. Manchester City are not going to dominate forever. Yeah? It won't work like that. Pep will leave eventually. What's going to happen after that? De Bruyne gets old. All these players get old and they retire. What happens? Do you know what I mean? You've lost an elite manager because of your incompetence of being a Chelsea supporter and feeding into the campaign against Chelsea, which you all love to do. And it's embarrassment. And all these platforms or other YouTube platforms, they fed into Thomas Tuchel's sacking. And I guarantee it. All right? They're all there. I've mudded every single one of them. They're all fucking there and they know who they are. So let's see what you're like with Graham Potter. Let's see what you're like with our players that deliver our football club. Oh, that's nice of you. Big up, Geezer. He's tagged me in. So Frankie de Jong confirms Chelsea and Man United interest, question mark. I already decided in May that I wanted to stay at Barcelona. I never changed the decision during the summer. So that tells you the brown envelopes were working clockwork to shoehorn Chelsea into Frankie de Jong. Even though Thomas Tuchel did actually want Frankie de Jong, Chelsea never went in and bid for Frankie de Jong. Do you know what? Sonny Jim in there, yeah? I eat fucking panels up for breakfast. No one will have me on because I'm too fucking raw, mate. Yeah? I mud brown envelopes for a laugh. I mud other platforms for a laugh, mate, and they'll fucking cry. And they'll know about me, mate, and they all know about the minerals. And the fact that you're in here, I appreciate that and I applaud that, mate. I applaud that you subscribe here, mate. Yeah? But I tell you this now. I go onto other platforms, they won't fucking have a breath in them, mate. They'll be gasping for breath. No one can fucking debate me. You're having a laugh. Anyone that's tried to debate me is fucking gone like a Cheshire cat. Sitting there all pretty. I'll debate anyone. I don't fucking hide from no one, bruv. Everyone knows my platform. If they want to come on here, put your name in the fucking chat and you can come on here and I'll bring you on. But they don't want to come on here. I don't have 10, 20,000 subscribers. I'm a small platform now. I'll tell you one thing. I'll back my manager. I'll back my players. I'll back my club at all costs, especially when it comes to rivals. Don't you dare think that I'm going with rivals, fucking putting my club under the bus. Fuck off. No chance. I'll back my team all day long and my players. Yeah. So yeah, you lot need to just chill out, mate. I have platforms wetting themselves because of me. They call me toxic because I'm not in their circle. What a surprise. You couldn't pay me to get in that circle, mate. Couldn't pay me to get in that circle. They like to get personal, them muppets, yeah. But I'd rather you get personal to me in my face than on a monitor, because on a monitor it's like it's poor, you know. It's a downgrade. There's no minerals there. You want to debate? I'll debate. Monster streams, fucking hell, how many people are mudded on Monster Stream? I mudded Monster himself. All of them, Lukaku fucking stands. They've all been mudded. Everyone's been mudded. Oh yeah, Alex Goldberg. He tried to give it big into me on Twitter. When was it? About 4 days ago. Got in with CFC Daily, and CFC Daily, I was fucking mugging him off as well. Mugged them all off. They all can't stand me because I call everyone out. Kazi, fucking hell, Kazi put me in a pack. You're dreaming, son. You are dreaming. This guy would fucking cry. This kid. Go back on the streams and listen to it, mate. This guy couldn't even fucking debate. I must have kids in here, surely. But big up to all you guys in here. Like and subscribe. You know what I mean? At least give it a like. Yeah. You do have to. You got to lie, man. What about Ma? What about him? A little Tuchel out agenda. Fuck off. What about him, bruv? People watched back that stream when he came on, and people, they saw the Tuchel agenda in him. Brilliant. I'm glad they saw it, because that's what it was. No, Klazrev has never bodied me. That guy couldn't body a fucking 12-year-old. I don't know what you're talking about. Klazrev talks shite. He's a kid. What was he saying about what was Alex Goldberg saying? Alex Goldberg is he's just a clickbaiter. That's all he is. He's a clickbaiter. He's a clickbaiter. I got no interest with him. He's boring as well, mate. Fucking hell. I don't know. I can't believe people listen to that shit. It's so boring. But you know, each to their own. Some people like real stuff, real talk, and other people like fabricated brown envelope stuff. It's long. It was funny. He came on his Twitter space because of me, because I was calling out all the brown envelopes. This is way before I did my channel, way before. And he came on because of me to tell me about Matt Law. How Matt Law is it's not all reports, it's opinion as well. And I said, what does it matter what Matt Law's opinion is when he's a Villa fan on my football club? Oh, he's a good guy. They report good stuff. And then I think it was like 2-3 days later, he had Matt Law on his fucking show. So they're all rimmers. They all rim these brown envelopes. That's what they do. You know, it is what it is. No, I don't watch Eunice, but I mudded him on the Mason Mount thing. I did a video on that because he pissed me off. Would love a stream with you and football therapy. Yeah, I mean, he goes, doesn't he go on the one that Matt Law goes on? You got to understand something, guys, with me, yeah? People won't come on my platform. People won't mix with my platform because I'm too raw. I'm not on that grain. I'm not on that side of the I'm not on that side. I'm not on the side of the brown envelopes and to suit the narrative that's the going rate and the ringleaders. I'm not into that. George Benson, what about him, man? He's a fucking... It's just boring. They're all boring, guys. They're boring. I think they're boring. I mean, listen, I'd love them to come on and have a debate. Come and have a debate, mate. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't watch these guys. I don't entertain these guys. I don't watch these guys. I think that football therapy geezer, he followed me on Twitter for a while, and then he just unfollowed. I didn't follow him in the end, but you know, it's what it is. Like, yeah, Gunny's all right. I haven't seen Gunny for fucking yonks. I haven't seen Gunny for yonks, mate. Yeah, Gunny's with Eunice all the time. But obviously, I caused a lot of issues with Eunice doing that video on Eunice. I've done it on George Benson. I've done it on Rory Jennings. Done it on Nini. I've done it. Do you know what I'm going to do, guys? Yeah. So keep an eye out for it. I'm going to clip all these muddins from my streams. I'll dig them out, and I'm going to actually release them as like, I think they'll be like 15, 20-minute videos, and you can go and watch. You can go and watch them back, and it will actually expose their narrative before Tuchel got sacked. And I want everyone to see how they were pushing out a narrative and an agenda against Tuchel before he got sacked. And my muddins were weeks before. I did the kickoff as well. Rory Jennings, George Benson, Matisse, I think I've done something on him. Or you can go on my show where he came on. You got Nini, I mudded him when he went on Talk Sport. Who else is there? Eunice. A lot of them. Who do I actually like then? Don't know. There's not really anyone I watch. I kind of like, let's put it this way. If you were composing a track, yeah, a beat or whatever, you shouldn't go and listen to a lot of music, because it takes you away from your what you create, what you think, what you do, and how you make. And that's the same way I look at it when I do my content. I don't like to watch other people because it pollutes my mind, and I want to keep it how I see it. And that's why I don't really watch these guys. But obviously, if I hear people out of line, or people like tag me and all this stuff, that where I've gone and mudded them, then I'll go back and I'll mud them. Yeah, I'll do that. Johnny, did you see the video of Eunice made? They agreed with most things you said. Haha. What video is that? Adil, what video is that? I haven't seen it. I don't know what video it is. There's nothing. I've got nothing against them. Like, nothing personal, bruv. But if you come at the club and the players when we've got a campaign against Chelsea, and you're feeding into a narrative, a going narrative that is anti-Chelsea and negative and against Tuchel or players, then I don't tolerate that, and that's what I'm about on Minerals FC. I'm not part of that. I hate that. I'll call out things that I see. Rory Jennings is an absolute embarrassment. He's a tool. He's a tool. He's a fake one. He's a wannabe celebrity, guys. That's what he is. He's a wannabe celebrity. It's not about talking rightly about your football club. It's about mudding your football club and about feeding into the rivals. And yeah, he does love Arsenal right now. Maybe you should go and support Arsenal, mate. You should go and support Arsenal. It probably do. He does more videos on Arsenal and Spurs and Liverpool or Man United than he does on Chelsea. In fact, when Chelsea lost against Southampton, he did Tuchel out video. Then we won against Leicester. Or was it West Ham? No, it's West Ham. He didn't make a video. He didn't make a video when we beat West Ham. And then he made a video when we lost to Zagreb. So that tells you everything you need to know. I don't know Sophie Rose, mate. I don't watch Sophie Rose. I know she was part of Chelsea TV or whatever. But she does all that stuff with AFTV. Oh man, I don't know. I see. The thing is, I struggle with getting guests on, guys. I struggle, man. I struggle with. It's not easy. I don't think they want to enter the Minerals FC zone. Do you know what I mean? They don't want to. It's a bit of an unknown territory for these guys. Do you know what I mean? It's an unknown territory. What I'm going to do, though, I think I'm going to do it tomorrow. I want you to put in the comments who you want me to get on, and I'm going to do a Chelsea all-time 11 team. Yeah. So I'm going to do an all-time 11 Chelsea team. We'll do it on the stream together. But I'm telling you right now, there's a player going in there, and no money is going to be able to take him out. Yeah, no money will be able to take him out. So let me know what your thoughts are on that, and let me know who you would like on that stream. Let me know who you'd like on that stream. No chance they're coming on, mate. No chance they're coming on. What I might do, actually, I might do it on Twitter, yeah? I'll tag everyone on. I'll tag everyone on Twitter, and I'll say to him, if you've got the minerals, yeah, you come on. You come on stream. And let's see who responds. Let's see who's got the minerals to come on. Con's been on my show. Con's been on my channel. He was on the second stream when we on the night we sat, the day we sat Tuchel. Con's good geezer. So we'll do that. We'll get him on, yeah. Stu's got the fucking bollocks. Guys, like and subscribe. What the fuck, man? Get me to 200 likes, guys. Get me to 200 likes. Get me to the 200 likes, guys. Yeah, Lee Gunner's a good one. Lee Gunner's a good one, but he's an Arsenal fan, isn't it? So we're gonna do what's it called? All-time 11 tomorrow. Let me know if you're up for that. So what I'll say is, at the end of the video, I want your comments in the below the video. I want you to comment. Very important, guys, that you comment. about the video. Any of your opinions, any of your thoughts, drop it in the bottom. I will be doing that tomorrow. I don't think there's any games on tomorrow. Let me just double check if there's any games. I don't think. I think England play on Friday. No, play on Friday. Let me just double check, guys. There's not really any big games on. So the big ones, obviously, we've got Italy, England, Germany, Hungary on Friday. So for me, Friday, I'll be up for that. I'll be up for that. What's Saturday? There's games on Saturday. I don't know. Let me know the time as well. Let me know what time, guys. And I'll sort it out. I'll do one. And I want you to, so in the comments, I want you to put, you can at people in the comments if you want them to come on to the show tomorrow. And put your comments about the video and the time. So I don't know whether to do it earlier or later. We'll see how we go. Yeah. Guys, before you go, like and subscribe. Very important to like and subscribe. So Minerals landed on this one today. Big up to all you guys in here, as always. I've got the membership scheme as well. That's pinned at the live chat or in the description below. Like I say, get in the comments, like and subscribe. Road to 4K, guys. And let me know, tag who you want in. And I want to do Chelsea all-time 11. It'll be a great show. It'll be a great show. All right, guys. Thanks for your support. As always, up the Chelsea. Up the Minerals FC. And I'll see you tomorrow. Big up. Right, Pride of London. London is blue. Let's have it right. Up the Chelsea. Up the Minerals FC. Let's go.
Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.